Lottery, news, dreams, and winning. That's what we're talking about today. That's what we're talking about today. It's live, impromptu, live video here on YouTube. It's one thing that I do from time to time. Mostly what I put out, if you are new to this channel, of course, are pre-produced videos and interviews, podcast interviews with some of the most fascinating, compelling people I can find, which includes and especially lottery winners, but not just lottery winners, of course, people that have overcome the odds in various ways in life. Also, I've interviewed some experts on dreams, on metaphysical topics, spiritual topics, people that have had near-death experiences. I interviewed someone that died for nearly an hour, was zipped in a body bag, and came back to life. So just all kinds of really fascinating people. But we are here right now. Oh, here we have some guest suggestions in this live chat. But if you're watching this and it's no longer live, put your suggestions in the comments below this video because I definitely want to check that out. And we have some really exciting, crazy news happening in the world of the lottery that is happening. We're going to talk about shortly, as well as some upcoming interviews on this podcast that I'm so excited to share with you. And I'm going to be taking your questions here live. This is Wild Wednesday, August 16th, 2023. That's what they're telling me anyway. Hello and happy Wednesday, Stephen Laster. Hello, Stephen. Thank you so much for joining. Hey, Zara Fuller. Hello, Zara. Let me know also in the chat, in this live chat, where are you watching from? Because I know we have viewers from all over the world. So wherever you're watching, hi from Portugal. Hello. Thank you so much. Hello. Stop. Okay, here we go. So I want to, first of all, get to this lottery news because this is really interesting. This thing that just happened. And of course, many of you are familiar, especially people in the United States, that the Mega Millions hit the largest jackpot ever in the history of the game not too long ago. It was won in Neptune, Florida at a Publix, which is basically a grocery store down there, I believe, in Florida. And someone bought a ticket worth this massive prize, 1.58 billion with a B. That's the annuitized prize. That is so much money. It's incredible. But someone won this. We don't know if it's one person or multiple people, but it was one ticket that had this on it, had the winning numbers on it. I mean, think about that. That is like, they say winning the lottery is like being struck by lightning, because it is. It really is. That happened to me. It happens to several people that I meet and interview all the time on this channel, and it can be shocking. But what just happened, for the second time in a week, a player won the Mega Millions again in the state of Florida. That's crazy. So it was just yesterday this happened, on Tuesday. Someone matched all five white balls in the Mega Ball to win $39 million grand prize jackpot. So that's the second time in a week in the state of Florida. What is happening? What is in the air in Florida? Because I need some of that. We all need some of that. Let's go down to Florida. Let's make that happen. And also, but several people won $1 million on this massive record-breaking jackpot just a few days ago that happened. Many people across the country won $1 million. And if any of you are listening, or the winners of this massive record prize, if you are listening, if you are watching this, then contact my team. We want to email my team. The link is in the bio of this YouTube channel. Email my team. We want to interview you. And we can keep you anonymous. We can blur faces. We can disguise voices. We can make you sound like a robot. I mean, we can keep any sensitive information that you want discreet. So contact my team. We want to hear from you, which reminds me of some upcoming interviews I have on this channel. The next one coming up is with $45 million lottery winner John Falcon. He won the New York lottery in 1999, and it really changed his life. His story is incredible. I cannot wait to share it with you. Watch for that. There's going to be a preview release this week, and then early next week, you can watch for the interview in its entirety. But let me check out what's happening in this live. This live chat is blowing up. I'm going to win the lotto in New Zealand, says Therial Phoenix. Awesome. Well, I hope that you will I know that you will. You'll contact my team. We want to hear from you. In New Zealand, New Zealand is beautiful, by the way. Hello, Sherry France. Hello, Sherry France. It's great to see you as always. She's a huge supporter of this channel. Thank you so much. Pleasure to watch you again. Matko, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. Oh, there's a $5 super. I have to make sure all or nothing with the generous $5 super. Thank you so much. That means the world that you would donate to help this channel. There are costs involved for people that don't know. This is a labor of love for me. This is a labor of love. I just love doing this. That's why I'm doing this. But there are costs. There are licensing fees, editors, people working behind the scenes. So that's where this goes for. But just the fact that you feel strongly enough to support this channel means the world to me. So thank you so much, All or Nothing, who says, we just had another jackpot winner in Florida. Mega Millions is going to be the third this week. Save this post. The third this week. Whoa. So All or Nothing apparently they're going to go for the trifecta. Number 3 in Florida. All or Nothing is saying, watch out for the third jackpot coming in Florida. All or Nothing, thank you for your comments. I wish you good luck. I wish you so much luck, and I hope that you will remember me for an interview when that happens, when you are the third person to win a jackpot in a very short period of time in the state of Florida, because it just happened twice. It's incredible. So let's see what's happening here. Oh, and here's and there's Jakato Rusam, and I may be mispronouncing that, with the generous $20 super. Jakato, thank you so much. Oh my gosh. And there is a waving, I don't know if that's what is that? Some sort of but I love that animal. He's waving a number 1 flag. You have to love that. You have to go for number 1. If you think you can't be number 1 at anything, don't tell yourself that, because you can. You absolutely can. It is possible. Anything and everything is possible. It really is. And your life can change in a heartbeat. So thank you so much. That is so nice of you, so generous of you. Thank you so much, Jakato. I really, really appreciate that. And let me know in the comments, where are you watching from? What are your guest suggestions? And which lotteries are you playing, if you are playing a lottery? And if you're not, that's okay. But many of you are. So I do want to hear from you. Okay. I'm the next winner. Jacksonville, Florida, Divinely Guided. There's another person in Florida. So Divinely Guided, you are in the air, the magical air in Florida that keeps winning all these prizes. You definitely, absolutely 110% are divinely guided right now. Thank you so much for joining the chat. How are you today, Low-Key? Brooklyn is here. And I mentioned a couple minutes ago, the next podcast interview on this channel coming soon is with a person that won the lottery in New York. And watch for that. His story is really, really incredible. I also have an interview coming up with someone who won 108 million euros from Euro Millions, Neil Trotter. His story is fantastic. I can't wait to share that with you soon, as well as someone whose family won $165 million Mega Millions lottery, also in the state of New York, and some other lottery winners and some other people. Of course, it's not just lottery winners I'm interviewing on this channel. I've interviewed near-death experience survivors, dream experts, people that are very much into manifestation, intuition, that sort of thing is extremely fascinating, and also some scientists who study that sort of thing. So, all right, let's get back to this live chat. St. Petersburg is here, winning small amounts, nothing decent yet. That was Florida Rich. St. Petersburg, Florida. Okay, well, you are in Florida, so you are in the lucky place right now. Cashpot, whose voice? Cashpot. Okay. Has anyone won using Richard Lustig's method? Asks Mills Lane. Mills Lane. There's a famous referee in boxing named Mills Lane. I don't know if you are related to that person, but your question about oh my gosh, where did it go? This chat is going crazy. Has anyone won using Richard Lustig's method? Yeah, so Richard Lustig is very well known. I believe he's written more than one book. Correct me if I'm wrong, but he definitely made a name for himself. And one of the things was how to win the lottery and that sort of thing with his methods. I've never met the person. I'm not endorsing what he's done, but I'm not saying anything negative about him either. I've never met him, but I believe he's passed away now. And so his story is very interesting. So that's a good question. Has anyone won using his methods? That's a good question. I am a Euro Millions lottery millionaire, says Stacy Vaseline. Stacy, well, contact my team. Then we want to email. We want to email my team. We want to interview you. Let's make that happen. I have genuine love for you, Tim. You've helped and taught me a lot during my lotto manifestation. The real Phoenix, the real Phoenix. Well, I have love for you too. Thank you so much for your kind words and for your support. I really, really appreciate that. Hello from Hungary, August 14th. Someone won Cash for Life, New York City. Mo. Wow. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, hopefully that person, I want to interview that person. I did interview one person that won Cash for Life in Canada. It's technically a different game, but it's the same concept. And was telling me each number to write. Okay. Well, let me know your questions in this live chat and also in the comments below. Let me know your guest suggestions. And obviously, I'm interviewing lottery winners. I've interviewed tons of them. I continue to interview them all the time. I'm passionate about it. I love to see how their stories compare or differ from my own. So for me, it's very cathartic. It's very fulfilling. But it's not just lottery winners that I'm interviewing on this channel. I'm interviewing all kinds of people that have overcome the odds, experts when it comes to spirituality, intuition, manifestation. What do you want to see most on this channel? Let me know in the live chat or in the comments below this video. What do you want to see most on this channel? I'm also covering lottery news, obviously. And there are some really, really incredible stories. And we all know that this massive jackpot just happened in Florida. Tim, I am a lotto winner. I need your advice on choosing the right lawyer. Roberto Reyes, choosing the right lawyer. Well, Roberto, I think that there are so many factors involved in who is the right lawyer for you. Like what is your situation? Because different attorneys, they are experienced in different types of law. And so if you're a lottery winner the situation, just because you won the lottery, the situation can really vary with what exactly you need. So that's one thing. Another thing is your location, because different attorneys serve different states if you're talking about the United States, or different countries if you're in a different country. So I hate to give such a general answer, but that's the truth. And also, generally speaking, if you're seeking an attorney or a financial advisor, one of the best pieces of advice I can give you is to seek someone who has been dealing with your exact situation for years and years and years successfully. They have a track record. They know what they're doing. That's what my advice is, and that they're trustworthy and transparent, and that you genuinely like them. All those things are very, very important. And they don't have to have helped lottery winners before. I know there's some attorneys out there who dub themselves or have been dubbed as lottery lawyers. And that's great. There's nothing wrong with that. But you don't necessarily have to go with someone like that. There are plenty of people that are capable of helping lottery winners that aren't necessarily a lottery lawyer. I mean, technically, if they help a lottery winner, then they could call themselves a lottery lawyer. So that's just my advice. But if you go with a lottery lawyer, that's okay too. To all my fellow Texans, good luck on tonight's $17 million jackpot. Stephen Laster. Stephen in Texas, the Lone Star State. Stephen, it's great to see you. Do you recommend anyone in the Texas area? Roberto Reyes. So we have a few people from Texas in this chat. Let me know, which reminds me of this news story that came up not too long ago, where almost many of the combinations were purchased by purchasing groups from the Texas Lotto. It was a very interesting news story. And so there was some controversy there, and it was very interesting. But anyway, the way it goes now, the way it's going with technology, people can purchase, and not everywhere, but in a lot of places, people can purchase lottery tickets online or through apps. And I believe that's not what happened necessarily in Texas for this drawing, but it reminded me of that because there was speculation with some people saying that. But it's interesting because technology is going that way. Do you play the lottery using apps? Because a lot of people do, and people are winning that way. Of course, people are winning with the old-fashioned physical tickets too, but which way do you guys play? Let me know in the comments. I'm from Texas. Caleb Bronstead. Caleb, Awesome. Thank you for joining, Caleb. And I do, of course, love your name, Caleb Bromstead. That last name, I know. I think maybe you're related to David, in which case we are going to have to talk. I missed 7 chances to win the lotto because I bought the ticket and I didn't repeat it. And it played 3 weeks. I bought it. So it sounds like you got close, Cash Pot. It sounds like you got close. But it can happen. It can happen. You will be interviewing me soon, Kavashan Lanet. And I'm probably mispronouncing that, but I look forward to that. And I will know how to say your name by the time we do the interview. I promise you that. Definitely want to show up for an Eptim manifest. Roberto Reyes. Awesome. Kurt Panhouse in Florida has helped many lottery winners, and you can live anywhere and he can still help. Someone near me in Michigan used him to claim their large jackpot, says April Renee Official. April Renee, thank you for your comment. And that's amazing. If that's true, I mean that's amazing. I would love to interview that person. I think it would be very interesting. I definitely, absolutely, 100% want to and plan to interview some people who have represented and are representing lottery winners on this channel, because it's very interesting to hear that perspective of that. I mean, I've dealt with that myself, but to speak with other people on that topic about that, it's really interesting. Tiffany Sumo with a $5 super. Tiffany, you are too kind. Thank you very much. That means so much to me. Tiffany says, thank you for your channel, Timothy. It is so inspiring. I am putting it out there in faith. I am the next lottery jackpot winner. Tiffany Sumo. Tiffany, thank you very, very much. That is so kind of you. And yes, absolutely. It is possible. It is possible. And come speak with me. We want to speak with you when you win. It can happen for sure. Tiffany Sumo, thank you very much. I wish you so much luck and prosperity. Hope everyone is having a lucky and lovely day. Sorrel Fraser. Hello, Sorrel Fraser. Thank you so much. It is so great to see you. I hope you are doing well. Choose the lottery. Hey, Neon the Phoenix is here. Hello, Neon the Phoenix. This is amazing. Choose the lottery lawyer. Choose Jay Cabral. Yeah. Well, I'll tell you one thing. If you win a major lottery jackpot, it's not going to be very difficult to find people that want to help you, that are willing to represent you, or are willing to help be a financial advisor, or willing to help you behind the scenes. It's not going to be very difficult, but you have the luxury is that you have choices, but you do need to do your due diligence and find people that are credible, that have a track record, that have done it years and years before with a similar amount of money or a similar situation before. It doesn't have to be the lottery, but definitely with similar situations. Hi from England. Love your channel. Hello, Gemma. Hello in England. I love England. Hello. Thank you so much. Okay. Hi, Timothy. Did you win small wins before you won big? Imani, thank you for your question. Imani, I probably did, maybe $5 or $10 here or there, but I honestly wasn't playing all that much, and I played consistently, maybe, well, almost every drawing, but usually one ticket at a time. But it wasn't anything too significant, or I would definitely remember it more clearly. Oh my gosh. Look at these supers are rolling. This is crazy. Sherry France with the $10 super. Sherry, thank you so much. Sherry is a huge supporter of this channel. Thank you so much. I hope you are well. It's great to see you. She says, Timothy, could you make a video about house prize lottery? I loved the Australian ones as a kid. As I've seen, there are American reality shows where the dream houses are so big, people don't keep them. That would be really, really interesting. House prize lotteries. Sherry Friends, thank you so much for your question and for the generous super. That is so nice of you, so generous of you. And yes, I would love to there are these lotteries where companies, where charities, different places give away homes, houses. And yeah, that's incredible. I've interviewed at least one person who has won a home on this channel. and that was let me find his name. He was actually on a show I've been on a couple times called Lottery Changed My Life. And he's very much into visualization and synchronicity, numerology, that sort of thing. He's a very, very interesting person. Rick Wallace was his name. And you can check out that interview in my videos, or if you scroll to the playlist of my interviews, you can find him. But his story is fascinating. He won Dream Home, but he visualized it up to the way the rooms were set up and everything. And then he won that exact house after telling everybody is going to happen. Is that a coincidence? A lot of people would say no. Okay, D27A4G63T, which I know now is the name of a car, which that is an awesome. Thank you so much for the generous super. Thank you very much. And your question is, I had a dream, or what you're saying, I had a dream last night about finding money. Then later in another dream, a white owl appeared on a tree, looked at me, then flew right over me. Wow. That sounds like a really intense dream. So I mean, my understanding of seeing, at least for me, what if I see an owl in a dream, what it means to me has to do with intuition and being, it's more of a divine type. If for people that are into that, and I am into that, it can really be a message, seeing an owl in a dream. That's my understanding, at least for me. That's the way I interpret it. But it's incredible. That's a really intense dream. Thank you so much for sharing that and for your generous super. And if something fortuitous does happen, like shortly after this dream, which is completely possible, then email my team. We want to hear from you for sure. Hello from Las Vegas. What advice do I give people that have to drive a distance to get their ticket? God's anointed. Thank you so much for your question. What advice for people that have to drive a distance to get their ticket? Well, my advice is, play if it's enjoyable to you. If it's stressful to drive whichever distance, or if it costs too much in gas, then you don't have to do that. But if you feel inspired and you want to have fun and you want to have a chance, then go ahead and do that. But I would say, listen to your instinct and do it if you want to do that. Don't do that because you really, it should be enjoyable. That's my advice. Hey, love your channel. Namvula from South Africa. Hello. Thank you for your support, for joining from South Africa. That is amazing. That's incredible. I love South Africa. Hello in Belgium. Timothy's lottery hat. Okay. Jacato Rosum. Timothy's lottery hat in his product line says lottery minded, living the life. I love that. And this hat is still sort of a new look. I started it a couple lives ago Wild Wednesday. Wild Wednesday was born, and I just saw this hat hanging there. I was like, well, I'll try this out and see. And most people approved of it. So I was like, okay, that's my new look for now. The hat. What do you guys think of the hat? Do you think I should keep wearing it? What do you do when you win 230 million, and what to do? Which bank or one bank? What's your opinion? Alina Sese. Well, Alina, I've made several videos on this topic, but to keep it brief, I would say, you could watch any of those videos, but to keep it brief, I would say if you win around that much money, what should you do? The first thing you should do is secure the ticket. If it's something that's physical, put it someplace secure and safe. The next thing you should do is contact financial advisors, attorneys, especially estate attorneys. Get people to help you and represent you behind the scenes with what to be doing with the money. Definitely don't go in there and just turn it in and let them put that in some sort of account for you, because most people don't do that. And there's many reasons not to do that. Okay. Do you recommend any books on law on attract? Hannah P has a question about law of attraction and manifestation. Hannah P, do you recommend any books on law of attraction slash manifesting? Hannah P. Well, Hannah, so I have, since I started this channel, some people aren't familiar, but I have learned a lot about manifestation and that sort of thing because people are really into it, and people are like, you manifested your win. And it piqued my interest, so I've done a lot of research into it, and since then I have read a few books on the topic. And so my advice on that would be, well, the most popular, obviously what most people are familiar with, is this very popular pop culture, The Secret. Many people are into that. Other than that, I would say, Neville Goddard is very interesting. So is, what is his name? I am having I will think of it. There's one that I really do recommend. I will think of it before this live is over. One of my signs is finding, Sherry France with a $10 super. Thank you so much, Sherry. Thank you so much. One of my signs is finding coins, and then it'll get funny and people will drop wallets. Yesterday, a man dropped a bundle of $50 notes all over the path in front of me. Wow. That's amazing. That is amazing. When you think about something and you interpret it as a sign, and then it just happens, and it does happen. I mean, it's amazing. A lot of people are familiar with, have you ever tried the parking spot thing? If you're just driving your car and you visualize where you want to park, visualize getting this parking spot at this certain place, and then you pull up and you get it. I mean, that happens to a lot of people. It's really interesting. Or you're thinking about somebody and then they call you and they text you. Those things happen all the time. It's so interesting. And in this case, you just had all this bundle of $50 notes. That's really interesting. Dominican Republic is here. Hello, Dominican Republic. Abraham Hicks, seventh son. Abraham Hicks is interested. So Abraham Hicks is also a huge teacher with law of attraction and manifestation and that sort of thing. Bruce Lipton, seventh son. Yes, Bruce Lipton is very interesting. I would love to interview Bruce Lipton on this channel. And I believe that I am hopeful and believe that I know that is possible. So hello, Tim. Hello. Okay. We're going to take a couple more questions. She is a medium. Nicole's House of Wellness. That's interesting. I'm really into psychics and mediums and that sort of thing for people that are into that topic, for sure. I've had so many experiences about things before they've happened. And I've also spoken with other people that are very much in tune to that sort of thing. I'm a believer. I'm a believer. There's also the people out there, of course, that are scamming people. The people out there that are, there's different levels, I believe, of being in tune. And some people are just out there to make money. So you have to be careful, of course, but just because someone says they're a psychic. But I have had so many experiences. There's one that I shared on this channel a long time ago, but I had a good friend. I was working on a documentary about ghosts and went all over the world to some of the world's most haunted places and met various people that are very much into that sort of thing, including some psychic mediums. And within the production of the film, one of my best friends passed away. And she was working on the project, and she passed away. And she took, within that, we were in this haunted place, and there was what looked like this angel that came out of this abandoned, used to be a theater, the Belvedere Theater. It was in this place called Central City. It was in Colorado at the time. And it was the oldest theater west of the Mississippi. And it had this reputation for being haunted. So we were there shooting this, and she was there with her camcorder. And there's this huge, what looked like this apparition that came out of nowhere. And so when we were in the editing, we put it into a still and looked at it, just me and her. And it looked like an angel, and her name was Christine. So I'd always say, oh, that's Christine's. We named it Christine's Angel. But nobody knew that except for her and me. And so anyway, towards post-production of this film, she passed away. And it was really, really heartbreaking to me. It was a suicide. And suicide is It's an awful, awful thing. If anyone is having mental health issues, I highly recommend speaking with somebody, because there's so many people that you are connected to that you might not even think about, that you love and care about, that love and care about you in so many ways. And even though you might feel like you're rock bottom, that nothing can improve, I mean, it's always better to talk to people about that. And anyway, I'm not saying that Christine didn't, but it was just a really sad situation. So after the film, I contacted this psychic, and this psychic, before it started, he said, well, pray to who you want to come through for a symbol that nobody else would know except for you and this person. So I did that, and I prayed for Christine's angel, this picture of this what we thought might have been an apparition that looked like this angel that we called Christine's angel. And so within the psychic reading, he said, one of the first things he said was, someone is coming through. I'm seeing the magician, Chris Angel, and a bird flapping its wings. What does that mean? And to me, it was like, whoa, that's obvious. That's Christine's angel right there. So then I knew. So stuff like that, it's really interesting. And sorry to go on this rant about this psychic experience. I know a lot of people here are into the lottery, but I'm really interested in that. Someone asked about that. That's why we're talking about that. Sorry about your friend. Thank you so much, Sheila L. Art. Thank you very much. So, hi from California. Powerball is 236 million. It is 236 million. Powerball is up there. It is up there right now. It's crazy. It's mine. I'll be in touch with you soon. Love the hat. Master Manifester Mindset. I love your mindset. Thank you so much for your support, and I look forward to that. Joe Dispenza, Brenda Walker is suggesting Joe Dispenza. I think Joe Dispenza is an extremely fascinating person, because he knows so much of the science behind this type of thing in the quantum field and all of this, which is extremely interesting. I would love to speak with him for sure. Timothy, would you do an interview with Robert Pagliarni? And I'm mispronouncing that probably. I'm completely open to that, Neon the Phoenix. I'm completely open to that. Thank you for the suggestion. I have a quick question, says Alina Sisse. I play Euro Millions in Belgium, which is different, as in us, I think. I don't think if they're going to tell people to deposit my money in a different account. What do you think? Alina, I'm not quite sure if I understand the question, Alina, but I love Euro Millions. I've interviewed a few people that have won that game, and I have nothing but positive things that I've heard about it, but I don't know if I can completely answer that right now. So I'm sorry, but if you want to clarify that or ask that in a different way, I do want to answer that. Okay. I use a wheeling system. How I win the lottery. Oh, a wheeling system. All right. What is your lottery strategy, guys? Do you have one? Everyone has these different strategies. It's really interesting. And I want to get some people on here to speak about that too, including mathematicians and people that are very much into that, because I know a lot of people are into different lottery strategies, and people win different ways. Some people have dreams about it and then it happens. That happens too. Oh my God, you got to be careful of these entities. Nicole's House of Wellness. Nicole's House of Wellness. Thank you for Nicole's House of Wellness is looking out for us. Thank you, Nicole. Stephen Laster, guys, please don't laugh at me. I've never shared this, but the main reason why I play to this very day is because my mom had a dream in April 2009 that I would win the lottery. Stephen, wow. Stephen, thank you so much for sharing that, for having the courage to share that here. I really, and that's amazing. I mean, it is completely possible. I mean, that happened to me. It's happened to other people I've met. Yeah, I see the stories in media all the time because it's just interesting when that happens. So it is completely possible. Stephen, thank you so much for your comment. Timothy, I sent it and it should have gone through. I'm not sure. Neon the Phoenix, what did you send? So Neon the Phoenix is in touch over Instagram. So if any of you guys are on Instagram, I'm at official Timothy Schultz. And so Neon the Phoenix is a huge supporter of this channel. So maybe that's what you're talking about. Hello, I'm new here and I'm from Holland. Do you play Quick Pick or your own numbers? Johan is in the chat. Johan, thank you so much for your comment. I mean, people win both ways. I personally, if I were to be inspired to play, unless I were to dream about certain numbers or keep seeing certain numbers, which is really interesting when that happens to people, or some people have visualized certain numbers like 112 million and won that exact amount. Unless something like that happened, you know, I would just play the quick pick because the computer generated pick. That's what I go for usually. But people win both ways. What was your strategy? My strategy was I just believed that if it's meant to be, it will be. And so I just did the computer pick, but people obviously win both ways. I sent a super chat message and it did not go through. Neon the Phoenix. Oh, I'm so sorry, Neon the Phoenix. Thank you so much for trying, at least. Thank you for trying to send a super chat. That means a lot to me. Thank you so much. I'm sorry it didn't go through, but it really means a lot to me that you tried. So thank you very much. When we win Euro Millions, it's not like the USA is very different. You come in and give your bank an ID and then make it over to your account. Well, that's interesting, Alina. So now I think I understand your question. So that is interesting. So I think it would be interesting to speak about that with someone from Euro Millions that represents Euro Millions and let them speak about that because it's a very interesting topic. How do you keep yourself grounded? Set yourself limits on everything. Keep yourself grounded. Well, that's an interesting question too, because if you win the lottery, I've said this a couple times, but I really feel this way because I have felt this way in my life. And I know it happens to some other lottery winners, is especially right after you win, it can feel like you've been given a magic wand to an extent because all of a sudden you can do things that you couldn't do before. So if you have 50 million, 100 million, in this case, this jackpot that was just won, it was, a massive, massive prize of 1.5 billion or right around there, annuitized. So they're not necessarily going to get that much money, but it's still incredible. Hundreds of millions of dollars. If you come across this, it can feel like you have a magic wand. You can just go out and wave it around. Here, I want, 5, 10 mansion, $50 million mansions over here. Poof, abracadabra. I want a jetliner over here. Poof. You can keep doing that over and over again. It can feel like it can go forever, but the truth is that it's better. That's one of the reasons why it's very important to have a financial plan and people helping you behind the scenes before you even turn in the tickets, so that you have an understanding of how much you can or can't spend, because it's easy to spend money, but it's so like if you invest it, I mean, that's just such a smart thing to do. Joe Dispenza and Cynthia Stafford share a lot of the same beliefs. Believe before you receive, act as if you subconscious mind, and so on. Just different ways to explain the same thing. Seesoft, thank you so much for your comment. Timothy, send me good luck. I play California Super Lotto Plus. WeWorks, I wish you so much luck. WeWorks, I wish you so much luck. And Sherry France with a $10 super. She says one for Neon with the heart. She is so generous and kind. Sherry France, that is so kind of you. So Neon the Phoenix, Sherry France she has your back. That is so generous of you, Sherry, to do that. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So there you go, Neon the Phoenix. Your super has gone through. Thank you very much, Neon the Phoenix. Thank you very much. And thank you very much, Sherry. I do PCH, haven't won a thing. Nicole's House of Wellness. Well, I did interview someone that won the Publishers Clearinghouse. I know that's what PCH stands for. I did interview someone that won, I believe it was $1 million. One of the first interviews I did on this channel, and her story is really, really inspiring. And she was actually a spokesperson for them. So not only did she win this prize, but she went on to give away massive prizes. So it is really interesting. People do win. People do win that. And some people don't believe that. I think it's a scam, but people actually do win. And it's free. It's free to enter. That's the thing about that game. I'm going to win the Powerball tonight, and I want you to interview me, says BW Bud Growth. Okay, BW Bud Growth. You heard it here first, everyone. It's going to happen. My wife plays every day so far. Won $10, $75 on PCH. Wow. Okay, Godman. So there's a testament right there. There's someone that has won PCH. It does happen. Can I claim lottery as an LLC to protect my identity? That's a good question. That depends upon where you live, because different places have different rules. And even in the United States, different states have different rules. I produced a video recently about how to claim, how and where to claim prizes anonymously. That's, you don't have to scroll too far in my feed to find that one. But you can do that in some places, but in a lot of places you cannot. Winning the lottery is very easy, says Jerry Amsterdam. Well, I love that last name. I love Amsterdam. I don't know if that's how you pronounce it, but our financial advisors for people who can't manage money. I'm thinking if you are good at managing your money, you won't need a financial advisor. Inspiration with Nicole. Inspiration with Nicole. That's a good question. And that's a common question that I think a lot of people do feel that way. But if you come across millions of dollars, the average person is not accustomed to dealing with that kind of money. The average person does not have a background in dealing with that kind of money. And the average lottery winner does not have millions of dollars before they win. Some people do. You can win the lottery and you can have millions of dollars and win the lottery, but most people do not. So if you do not, then, and even if you do, most of the people that do have that have financial advisors. They have that for a reason, because they have financial advisors to help them. So I think it's better to get people that have experience doing that sort of thing. You don't have to. I just think that's the best decision for most people, unless you have a background in education doing that sort of thing, or you're doing that as a profession, then you probably wouldn't need someone like that. Good luck playing the lottery tonight, Rubberman. I wish you good luck. Great to see you live again, Carrie Marino. Carrie, thank you so much. It's great to see you too. So I'm going to take a couple more questions here, and then I do got to get going. But I do want to remind you guys that the next interview I have coming up on this channel is with $45 million lotto winner. He is from New York, John Falcon. He won in 1999. He actually won the lottery the same year that I did, except he was in his 40s and I was 21 years old. So it's really an interesting contrast, but it's such an interesting interview. His story is so inspiring. I cannot wait to share that with you. There will be a preview released this week with the interview coming the beginning of next week. Love the channel, says Ed Ziegels. I play in New York. Awesome. I love New York. There's some really incredible stories that come out of New York. What are your thoughts on the multiverse? Eric Zadori. Eric, my thoughts on the multiverse, from what I know from researching and listening to scientists and quantum physicists and people that are really into that sort of thing, is that theoretically quantum physics, I believe, says that yes, there are multiple dimensions. And so my thoughts are, I'm completely open-minded to that, and I find it extremely fascinating. Okay, I'm going to be your next guest, winning $230 million, Alina Sase. All right, Alina. All right. When you first won, what did you do? Okay, I'm going to take a couple more questions, but here's one from Hozu Carnehu Ho. I am slaughtering that name. I'm so bad with names, but your question is excellent, and I really thank you for it. And this person is asking, when you first won, what did you do during normal working hour? How did you keep yourself occupied when all your friends were at school or working? That's a really, really good question. And I've been working on a book for a little while, and hopefully that will be released one of these days. I've been working on it for a long time, and I kind of put it on pause because I have been focusing on this podcast and this YouTube channel, because this is a labor of love. I love it. I put all my energy into this, in this podcast and this YouTube channel. But to answer your question, after I won, yes, my peers, my friends, my family, people around me didn't win the lottery. So they were going back to their lives, whether that was working, whether that was college, school, that sort of thing. So I had a lot more free time on my hands. And so what did I do? I went through a period of, there was a time period where I was felt, shortly after winning anyway, where I felt sort of lost after you come down off of the high, the euphoric feeling, because it's like so surreal, so crazy when it happens, and then you come back down to a new normal. And once that happened, I had to sort of re-find myself again and kind of introspectively think, what really makes me happy? What should I be pursuing? So there's a lot of that sort of thought. And so I went back to school, back to college, and studied film and broadcast news and journalism and that sort of thing. So that's what I did. Look forward to, and I was going to go to college anyway, even if I hadn't won the lottery. I was still going to college, trying to because that's something that I wanted to do. It's just that I was able to pay for it, of course, a little easier after the lottery. Winning the lottery is easy. What do you say by, okay. Thank you. God bless you. God bless you, Rubber Man. Oh my gosh. Here's a $5 super from Jameson Rucker. Thank you so much, Jameson. Thank you so much. That is so kind of you, so generous of you. I really, really appreciate your support. Thank you, Jameson. And Jameson Rucker says, thank you for your passion for the lottery. I am happy for every winner, even when it's not me. I truly believe my time is coming when God is ready to give. Jameson. Well, thank you so much, Jameson. And it's completely possible. It's completely possible. And I hope that you'll remember me for an interview if and when that happens, Jameson. Thank you so much. And thank you for your support. That really means a lot. That's so nice of you. I really appreciate it. It's awesome to meet other people that are so enthusiastic about the subject, about all these subjects, but including the lottery. So thank you very much. And it does happen to people. That's the thing. People say, oh, you can't win the lottery. You can't win it. It doesn't happen. It's a scam, all this stuff. But it does happen. People do win. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to tell. Try telling a lottery winner you can't win the lottery. It's okay. Great live, Tim. Always appreciate the info. I learn new things every time I watch. Happy Wild Wednesday, Natalie, thank you so much. Happy Wild Wednesday to you and to all of you watching. And if you have a story of overcoming the odds in any ways in life, or a story that you want to be considered for this podcast, email my team. The email address is in the link of this bio, in the link of this YouTube channel. And here's a $20 super. I do have to get going, but I cannot ignore this. This is incredible. Sherry France, thank you. No, this is Sheila L. Art. I'm so used to saying Sherry France because she's such a huge supporter of this channel. But Sheila L. Art, $20 super. Oh my gosh. Wow. Thank you very much. Sheila L. Art says, did you feel that you were going to win a jackpot before your dream? Thanks for the inspiration. Sheila L. Art. Thank you for your questions, Sheila. Thank you very much. I don't think that, I thought about it because I was selling tickets. I thought about what it would be like to win before I had the dream. I thought about that. I thought, man, that would be amazing. But I didn't really necessarily, I didn't have the same level of belief until after the dream. For me, the dream really convinced me that it was going to happen. So hopefully that answers your question, but thank you very much. But you don't need a dream to win the lottery. Most people that have won the lottery and continue to win the lottery have not dreamt about it, but it does happen to a fair number of people, which is super interesting when it does. But thank you for your question. And anything is possible, guys. Just know it is, and it will happen, says Master Manifester Mindset. I love that. Positivity. And it's true. Anything and everything is possible. It's true. It is. It really is. Timothy, we all appreciate the club that you created. Neon the Phoenix. Well, I appreciate you being in the club, Neon the Phoenix. She's such a huge supporter. And thank you for the super. And thank you, Sherry France, for the supers as well. And for all of you. And I do have to get going here. So I'll take one more question. Last question. What's it going to be? Then we have to respect you the best. Rubber Man. I respect you too, Rubber Man. And okay, last question is going to be, okay. It's Your Health Consulting says, I had a dream. I bought $1 million scratch ticket at a certain location in my city. Should I then buy lots of tickets from there? It's Your Health Consulting. Not necessarily. Not necessarily. What does your do you believe in your intuition and gut and that sort of thing? Listen to that. It only takes one ticket to win. Don't go out and that's just my advice. You can do it. Some people win off the playing mass amounts of tickets. That's totally possible, but it's not necessary, I would say. It only takes one ticket for a chance, and the odds don't drastically increase. But a lot of people don't even believe in odds. For myself, I just believe it's meant to happen is going to happen, and some people do believe in odds, though. I mean, it's an interesting statistic, but I believe that anything and everything is possible. And if you're talking about spiritually speaking and that sort of thing, which I think is where you're going with this because you had this dream, then if it's meant to happen, it will happen. That's what I believe, if you believe in that sort of thing. So it is possible. It is possible. And so I don't know. That's what I say. But have a great day. How I win the lottery. Have a good day, everyone, says Rubberman. All of you, wherever you're watching in the world, thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for supporting this channel. Thank you for all of the generous supers. There's so many new interviews and videos coming soon on this channel that I cannot wait to share with you. Next one is with $45 million lottery winner, John Falcon. Watch for that. But I love you all. I appreciate your support. There are new videos coming soon. So everybody take care of yourself. I will see you soon. Thank you.